Sex sells is a common saying. It's a phrase that has been ingrained in the world of marketing for decades. It means products sell better when we use sex in advertising. The idea is that sexual imagery or themes can grab attention and make products more appealing. Think back in time. Companies used beautiful people to sell things. This tactic wasn't just about the product, it was about the allure and fantasy that came with it. This is not new. It has been happening for centuries. From the earliest days of print media, advertisers understood the power of attraction. Early advertisements used sexual themes. They wanted to get people's attention. The goal was to create a memorable image that would stick in the consumer's mind. For example, postcards from the early 1900s often featured suggestive images. These images were not just about selling a product, but also about selling an idea or a lifestyle. These images were designed to be eye-catching. They were meant to stand out in a sea of other advertisements. They helped sell everything from cigarettes to soap. The use of sex in advertising was versatile and could be applied to almost any product. As time passed, the use of sex in advertising became more sophisticated. Advertisers began to refine their techniques, understanding that subtlety could be just as powerful as overt imagery. Advertisers started to understand the psychology behind it. They realized that sex appeal could tap into deep-seated desires and emotions. They learned that sex appeal could create strong emotions in consumers. These emotions could range from desire and excitement to envy and aspiration. These emotions could lead to a desire for the product. When consumers felt a strong emotional connection, they were more likely to make a purchase. The use of sex in advertising has evolved. Over the decades, the approach has shifted to match changing societal norms and values. However, the basic principle remains the same. The idea that sex sells continues to be a powerful force in marketing. Sex sells because it taps into our primal instincts. It appeals to basic human drives and can be incredibly persuasive. It is a powerful tool for marketers. When used effectively, it can create a lasting impact and drive sales in a way that few other strategies can. Why does sex grab our attention? It's a question that has intrigued scientists, psychologists, and marketers alike for decades. Our brains are wired this way. The human brain is a complex organ, and its wiring makes it particularly sensitive to sexual cues. We are programmed to notice anything related to reproduction. This is an evolutionary trait that has been passed down through generations. It is essential for the survival of our species. Without this instinct, the human race might not have thrived as it has. One theory is called the vampire effect. This theory delves into the psychological aspects of why sexual imagery is so captivating. This theory suggests that sexual imagery works like a vampire. Just as a vampire draws blood, sexual imagery draws our attention. It sucks our attention away from everything else. This can be particularly effective in advertising, where capturing attention is crucial. We focus on the image, not the product. This can sometimes be a double-edged sword for advertisers. Another theory focuses on the role of hormones. Hormones play a significant role in how we process and respond to sexual imagery. When we see sexual images, our brains release hormones like dopamine and oxytocin. These are often referred to as feel-good hormones. These hormones make us feel good. They create a sense of pleasure and well-being. They create a positive association with the product being advertised. This is why many brands use sexual imagery to promote their products. Our brains are attracted to novelty and excitement. Sex provides both. The combination of novelty and excitement makes sexual imagery particularly effective. This makes it a powerful tool for advertisers who want to cut through the clutter. In a world filled with endless advertisements, sex remains a surefire way to capture attention and leave a lasting impression. Let's look at some famous examples of how sex is used in advertising. Car commercials often use attractive models to grab our attention. They want us to associate their cars with beauty, desirability, and a sense of luxury. Perfume ads do the same thing, but they take it a step further. They use sex appeal to sell not just a product, but an entire lifestyle. The allure of the fragrance is intertwined with the allure of the person wearing it. Remember the iconic Got Milk campaign? It was a masterclass in subtlety. It featured celebrities and athletes with milk mustaches, making milk seem cool and desirable. Many of these ads had a subtle sexual undertone. They were incredibly successful because they tapped into deeper human emotions and desires. Even everyday products use sex to sell. Think about beer commercials, for instance. They often use attractive women and portray a lively party atmosphere. This makes the beer seem more appealing, as if drinking it will lead to a more exciting social life. These examples show that sex sells across various industries, from cars to beverages. It's a universal language that speaks to our desires and aspirations, making us believe that by buying these products, we can attain a more desirable life. This has been a mini documentary by Propix Canada Media and AI. Some video images may have repeated or not exactly match narration as the system is still training. Thank you for watching, and remember to like, follow and subscribe.